Good morning, everyone. Today I'm back with the girls doing their collection obsessions. And you know, we all do it different times of the month. Sometimes people just share what they did. And I usually try to do a layout. Well, actually, I think I've done a layout every single time. So anyhow, my collection obsession is Lilac Garden by Mintay. And today I'm going to be scrapbooking. I'm going to come in and try to show this a little bit. This is my granddaughter. She's the oldest, well, she's the girl of the twins. And she's got on this little princess dress. They were just at a banquet. And anyway, they were on their way home. And when they went to pull out of the parking lot, the sprinklers came on. And she said to her mom, I really want to read what she said. Just a second, I'm going to pull it up. Okay. She said, oh, Mom, I just feel like I have to run through them because of all the sprinklers coming on. And so anyhow, her mom like pulls over and she goes, what? Really? I have on this dress. And her mom says, if you want to, go for it. Or I think she just said, go for it. So Alex got out, and Alex is not one to just run. And so anyhow, she's out there, and pretty soon there's a cartwheel. So she cartwheeled, I don't know, maybe 6 times or something, because these pictures are from a video. So they're not real focused, but I just thought it was so neat. She's there in that fancy princess dress is what her mom called it. And then the beautiful sunset behind her. So I'm going to be scrapbooking those. It says, you got to send those to me so I can scrapbook them. And so she just clipped some out of the video. And so that's what I'm going to be scrapbooking today. Now I gotta zoom back out. I know you really probably can't see the pictures, but hopefully you can see them a little bit when I take the close-ups. So I pulled this out because look at how much it looks like the sky from that day. And then I pulled this out because I thought when you see the sky, let's see, well, the sky is like these colors. And I mean, the sky was just beautiful. And then her, doing her cartwheel in the sprinkler. And there was like a whole slew of sprinklers all along that front part by the road. And then she's got on her pink dress, which actually looks very much like this here. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is just perfect for it. So I'm using these 6 pictures. And so what I've done is I've actually cut out this part of it, and I'm going to put it on here, but I wanted you to see it. Oh, and the back side looks like this. And when you look at these little images, it almost looks like a fountain. So I decided I would take that and put it at the bottom. Oh, and I thought, what's that? There's a mark on there. Oh yeah, I put that there. So I'm going to actually put this at the bottom. So this is the back side. And I thought, I'm going to use that because it almost has, when I look at it, I think fountain. Okay, and I do have my sky going the right direction. Okay. And then I'm going to put this at the top. So this is what I cut out, just that very top. And I wanted some of the arbor in there. And then the beautiful colors. And so I'm going to do a little bit of taping here, maybe here. I'm just going to tape here and there because I'm going to be tucking some things. Whoops. Whoop. I just can't be trusted not to pay attention. Can't be trusted not to be the one to pay attention. Okay, so You know how the other day I just taped the wrong side. Okay. So I've got that done. Now the rest of this is gonna be kind of gonna have to really plan my tucking in. Okay, so this is where she starts a cartwheel, and I know she's cartwheeled quite a few times because I watched the video a few times. You know, she's my grandkid. And I know you all are the same. Oh, Ginger was saying she just had a new grandbaby, and I think she said the grandbaby was like 3 pounds when she was born. So she was born early. Now Alex was born early and she was a twin, so she was 3 pounds also. So I thought, yep, she was 3 pounds, and now she's won the triathlon at her school, and she broke records of kids that were older than her. I'm actually going to tuck that there. And she's a ice skater and a gymnast. So it doesn't matter how small you start out. So I wanted to tell Ginger that. But I haven't sent her a message yet. And I wish I knew exactly what Alex weighed, but you know, her mom has not given me that information since she was born, and I didn't write it down, of course. Well, I may have, but who knows? Okay, I think that's going to be straight there. I'm just trying to line them up with just a smidgen of a space between them. And now this one here, I just got to make sure I have room for everything. Now, I should have cut that arbor down just a little bit less, but nobody will ever know. It's a secret. Because by the time I got over here, it's like, okay, yeah, I want this tucked in here and this tucked in here. And I took it over as far as I could. On the regular page, there's actually, you know, more space here, but I wanted it over as far as I could get it. And then I'm still, you know, setting it to one side a little. Oh, yep, and I even lined up with my line that I forgot I put there. So, yeah, I'm doing good. I gave myself clues and I still didn't follow it, but at least I made it. Oh, I'm actually a little bit to the right of it, but that's okay. I don't know how I managed to get it over any further. It's because before it was loose. Okay. So that's that part. And now these should all just fit right here. And to me, it's like her mom saying, just go for it. This whole thing just reminded me of when her mom was little. She would have probably been, let's see, it was after we moved into our new house. Well, it was an old house, but it was new to us. And she was probably 4. Yeah, she would have been 4. And anyway, these friends of ours, they were over. And I said, come on over, we'll have a water gun fight. And it was supposed to be a concealed water gun. So I just bought these little water guns. I don't know, they were probably from Big Lots or something. And I mean, they were little. They maybe had a half a cup of water or a quarter cup of water. They were small because I could carry it in my pocket. And so anyhow, it's like, that's what I got for all of us. And then my friend, they were supposed to do the same. Well, they came over with super soakers. And my friend's husband, he's a big guy. And anyhow, it's like they were the ones that we went on vacation with before. So, but he's tall, he's just big. And then I've got my 4-year-old, and she just stands right in front of him with her little tiny gun, and him with his giant super soaker, just staring at each other, daring each other who will be the one to shoot first. And it was so funny because the whole water gun fight went on in our house. It was so funny and so much fun. Okay, so I gotta turn my phone on so I can, cheat my layout here. I forgot to set the timer not to go back off, or to not shut off on me. Okay. And I love how this really brings out the sunset. So I just think that's really super cool. Okay, so I've got these doilies, and they are they're chippies from Mintay, and I was actually gonna color them kind of like the sunset, but then it was like too much. I just didn't like it. So, and I did it on the back, and I just used inks. So the inks color the chippies really good. I just love that. But I decided I'm going to use the other side. Well, I'm going to just not ink them is what I'm basically is what I'm not doing. I'm just not inking them. And of course I forgot to cut this little end off that you end up with. Sometimes you don't get one, but sometimes you do. So I'm just over here cutting these little pieces off, nipping them off. Okay. Okay, this should be good. Okay, so I'm actually going to tuck this one right underneath this. And it looks like I taped down a little bit more than what I needed. So then I will have to slightly adjust this up to the top again. Well, I guess a lot more than what I planned. Okay. Now I'm going to loose the whole thing. Okay, let me see here. Okay, that's supposed to be under. Okay, I think I'm still good. I gotta push it down again. Okay, I think I'm good there. Maybe I need to snip this a little. There we go. And I don't have much of that going over it, but I think I was over this way, not quite as much. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of tape right here, and then I can just glue it down later. I had it in a certain position, so I'm trying to get it back to that in case you're wondering how come I'm still fiddling with it. Okay, that should be good. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this so it attaches to it. Oh, and I will have to put a little bit of dimensional there, and I did put glue on it, but I'm just going to rub it off a little bit because I want it to be up. Okay. And let's see, I am going to put another one here. So yeah, I won't glue it yet. This is barely touching the edge. So when I put it away, if it becomes a problem, I'll just snip it a little. Okay. And it'll probably be years before I put it away. I really need help putting them away because I'm having so many and now doing them out of order all the time. because I usually just do what, you know, the ones I want to do. Okay, so I am gonna tuck this in here. And now I think I'm gonna put a bit of glue on this. Put a little here and here. Because some of these places I will have to put in dimensionals. Okay. Now I lost one of my embellishments. Here it is. Okay, so the things I'm using are gonna, the reason I come I'm using them is because of symbolism, okay? Because we have this girl that cannot be caged, so I'm using the bird cage. Or because she's free. She's a free bird. Okay, and I'm just gonna glue that there, and so I'm just gonna put it, like it's kind of hanging amongst the flowers. And I still gotta make sure that it looks like it's setting level and not, you know, blowing in the wind. And I think it does. Yeah, I think that's good there. Okay. And then over here, you know, you only have so much time when you get to act like a kid. So I'm putting in a clock. I think clocks are great to use because they are, you know, all this is from a time that will be gone by the time they ever get their album, for sure. Okay, and let's see what else I have for over here. Okay, so I have this purple butterfly, which of course I forgot to put dimensionals on. So I'm actually gonna take a minute and do that because I've got other butterflies and, you know, I want them to have dimensionals on the back of all of them. I'll be right back. Okay, I put the dimensionals on my butterflies, and I decided I would just go ahead and put my title down before I came back on, because, you know, I just do it off air because who knows how long it'll take me. Okay, and so I was going to use white. I was going to put it up here, but then I decided I have all this empty space in here, so I thought I'm just going to try it there, and I like that. And also, before I started this, I was going to put this down here. Let's see if I can actually still tuck it in. This, because I actually cut it a little bit longer than that, and I'm actually going to flip it over so it doesn't look like it actually meets up. And I just thought Janet would always, you know, sometimes use like lay it double or whatever, but it's like I wanted this part where it looks like it's kind of like a little fountain here. So I wanted it to end right there. But then I thought, oh, I got this little piece here. Maybe I'll just stick it in there. And I do like that. So I'm just going to make sure it's correct, and then I'm just going to glue the ends. Whoops. Totally slid that out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to put it like, thinking like a 1/4 of an inch up or something like that. Okay, I like how the right side or the left side is, so I'm gonna try to get this in the same position. And then I'm just gonna lift up and glue those ends. Okay, that looks like it's correct there. But I'm gonna do this because you know how the one side sticks up and the other side doesn't. This needs to come down. You know what? I'm gonna glue this side. And then I should be able to get the other side straight. We'll see if that's a good trick or not. Okay. That's down. And so if I pull this down, it should be in the right spot. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold that there. And I think that should do it. I just thought, just kind of another little detail. Okay. And I like the title there because I had all this empty space because she's, you know, the littlest thing on the page. And oh, and I fixed this. I will have to, I actually trimmed a little piece of that and put it down there since it was, you know, I had that extra where I cut it off too soon. So I thought I'm just gonna cut that little piece and put it in there. Because once I rearranged it, just that little bit of difference, it looked different. So, okay, so back to the butterflies, back where I left off. Okay, so I think this is my biggest butterfly. So I'm still working at the top part of the page, or top right. And if you haven't seen me do this before, I put the dimensionals on the side and I glue the body part so that I can keep it like it's flying. And I'm gonna put it where it's on the, I was gonna say the nest, on the cage, on the little doily, and on the flowers. So it's where everything meets. And then, let's see, this is for the bike. So this one here, you know, I lay it all out and then putting it together. It's like, okay, now what went where? Okay, and then this one here, I'm just gonna stick it right here. And right here I cut through the page because there was an empty spot. So I'm gonna kind of put it right near that. Okay, and then I have some for over this area. And this one should be a pink one. I'm always looking at the bottom. It's like, it looks like a butterfly too, even though it was just like the pattern. Okay, and so this one I'm gonna put like it's flying in one direction. And then the one on the other, the one a little lower, I'm gonna put it like it's flying in another direction. Okay, and I'm gonna put it down here on the arbor. Those little ends are sticking to me. Okay, and then I've got a bike, you know, since she's a kid, I thought I wanted to make it still look like a kid. And let's see, I want to use this. Because I just felt like this corner still needed something even after it's got all this here. So I'm gonna let it all overlap as far as I can without overlapping her. And this one actually stuck to this little butterfly stuck to my glue bottle when I was putting down the letters. And I probably got my dimensionals a little close, but it's pretty tiny. I'm just gonna stick that right in the flowers on the bike. Okay. Boy, I've got these way over off my little mat here. Okay. And then down here in this corner, I'm gonna put another floral. Because I've got this major triangle going on, especially when it starts like this. But I love how that looks. Okay, and then I've got another doily, and again, it's like she is right here. You know, one of the tiniest ones on the page. Well, actually, these three are pretty tiny. And it's so funny because it's like her mom will video, and I know if I just happen to be there when there's videoing going on, I'm still the photographer because that's how I'm gonna use them. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, well, actually I don't want to push that other side down. I'm gonna use these other little lilacs. Yep, I almost said wisteria. So I'm going to put one going this way. And some of these fussy cut pieces are from the 6x8 too. Okay, so I've got these and the doily, and then I'm going to put a bird because you know how I'm being symbolic. She's a free spirit. Can't be caged. And I'm going to put this right on the doily. Okay, and then I just have my enamel dots. I feel like I've been working on this forever. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this must be really long, but I realize that half of my time has been cutting out letters, cutting out the pieces. Okay, so I'm going to use these gray ones. You know, I like how they look like water. I like the color with the purple. And now I'm just going to decide where I'm putting them. And I just have these glued on in their color area. I've taken them all off. I did that in a video. So that way when I'm looking for a color, I can go right to my section because I have them sorted by color, rainbow color. So then I can just go in there and find what I want. I'm gonna put a big one up here. I really need to buy some more enamel dots, and when I order them, I think I'm gonna get extra white because every time I do something, it's like, oh, I'd really like white for this, but then I used up my white right off the bat. And let's see, I think I would like something over here too. So I'm just gonna bring them around. Look like little water droplets. So now I just about have them everywhere. Okay, I think that's good there. I love it. I'm so glad I got to scrapbook it. I think it's just so cute. And, you know, I had to say to her mom, oh, I think I want to do that page today. Can you? And I forgot about the sunset in it. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I can actually use that with my collection obsession. So down below, I will have everybody who is doing the collection obsession, and we're all picked our collection for the month, and we do this every month. And I mean, I've used all different kinds, but really Mintay is kind of my real obsession. So it's like lots of times it is a Mintay collection. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day. There will be close-ups at the end. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.